What's going on, everybody? Cassidy Haynes here from bodyslam.net, and I am here with another episode of our special GCW Road to Hammerstein interview series. I'm joined with co-host Mike Hamley, and we are here talking to the one, the only Tony Deppen. What is up, my man? Good to see you again.
Hey, man, thanks for having me. I greatly appreciate it. I'm just currently watching TV with my son, so nothing too exciting on my neck.
Hey, man, no, we appreciate you coming on, man. This is a big week for you guys, so I definitely am thrilled to be able to talk to you because you're one of the gatekeeper of GCW, basically, and you're in a really pretty high profile match, man. Is it the grab the brass ring? Is that the wording of it? Ladder match. So let's just jump in and talk about that right off, and then we'll see where we go from there. But tell us what it means to you to be in that match against, the names that are in there with you in this building. I mean, Hammerstein.
Well, first of all, not only am I the gatekeeper, what that calls, I am also one of the only original people left from the 2016 Howl days. So obviously another ones, Janela, Alex, Cologne, Jimmy Lloyd, they're the only ones I think that are on the show that are the originals. And it means a lot to be in the match with Jimmy and Alex, a lot, because I've literally traveled the world with them. I've been to Japan, I've been all over the United States with them, and we were supposed to be in England and such together as well. So it just means a lot that we went from wrestling in front of 75 people in Howell, New Jersey, at Game Changer World, to a sold-out Hammerstein ballroom together. So, it means a lot. And then you throw PCO, which I love Carl to death. He's an amazing not human being. And just, I'm pretty sure he's going to do the most insane shit possible as well.
I don't have a clue what he's going to jump off of, but it's going to be something.
Yeah. PCO in a ladder match scares me.
PCO has the mindset of just he'll think of something and he'll never try it, but he'll be I think I can do it, and just try it and see how it goes.
It works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't, but either way, it's entertaining usually. That's for sure.
Exactly. And then Leo, I've known Leo for many years, so that'd be really cool. And Jordan, who I've traveled a lot of the country with him as well recently, but it's I'm excited to be in that match. It's gonna, and I hope we're opening the show because I want to feel the energy from the get go. That's what I want.
We talked about actually PCO, like you were mentioning it on one of our post shows. How it's crazy because he's getting older, but the moves he's doing are more insane now than when he's wrestling in his 30s. He's no, I'm 53 and it's cannonball sentons off the apron all day now.
Yeah, I don't know. What did you see last week with him and AJ Gray? He went for the Arabian press the outside.
Yeah,
crazy.
Oh God,
crazy.
I'll tell you the original idea that he had because because I've wrestled with Carl before, and I said to AJ, "Is yo, have fun playing with Carl. It's a ride." And he goes, "Yeah, whatever." And he comes and he's "God damn, you weren't fucking kidding me, man." So apparently PCO wanted to do how Sabu would run off the chair and jump up the top rope. He wanted to do that, land, and then turn midair and try for the moonsault to the outside.
Okay.
And
man,
I would have said yes because you don't know if it would have worked.
Yeah, it's very
man.
I can't even think of the word for that. But yeah, I mean,
if he calls it this weekend, I'm gonna say go for it.
Go for it. Let's see it. Yeah. Big crowd. Dude, there's so many people are gonna be there. I can't imagine the energy in there to see what you guys are gonna pull off. I was talking to Alex, and he was saying something because I talked to him yesterday. He was talking about the athletic commission is probably gonna have to watch this match really close because we're gonna be pulling out some crazy shit. So, do you have anything in mind that you've already thought of? All right, I've watched enough shows at the Hammerstein. I've seen some spots ASF was talking about super crazy doing the spot off the balcony earlier when we were talking to him. So, what have you got in mind that you're gonna do that you got in the back pocket?
So I love ladder matches. They're one of my favorite style matches because you can get so creative because you have different elements that you can bring into your matches. And I have a lot of stuff in mind because I've been watching a lot of old CZW ladder matches.
Oh, nice.
And they used to do the most insane stuff. And there's things that I've also had in my mind for many years. I'm during a ladder match would be really cool. But I've only been in a handful of ladder matches. So I've been saving it for a rainy day. And this is my rainy day because they're and I can do a lot of other stuff that I don't normally do in my matches. I save them for a big time. This is going to be that moment. I'm going to bust out some stuff I haven't done for many years. That's for sure.
Oh, I can't wait,
Like,
man.
I don't care if I do a million. Like, I normally don't like doing a million moves, but I'm gonna hit every single damn move.
I
You
can't
don't know
wait.
who's watching.
Everybody's going to be watching. That's the thing. It's
Yeah.
so, like the show says, the Wrld On GCW, man. I mean, you guys are on actual pay-per-view, not just on Fight, which is nothing wrong with that. But that's a huge deal to think of, like, which wrestling companies have actually made it to real pay-per-view. And so you guys are going to be there for this weekend, and that's huge, man. So, yeah, the whole world's going to be watching. So I don't blame you, man. Pull it all out. But Mike, you had some stuff. I know Mike was really excited for this interview, so I'm like, I can't wait to get Mike going on this because he's been wanting to talk to you about some stuff. So Mike, fire it off.
Hammerstein's great, but what's brewing at Pilgrim Brewing right now?
He's been wanting to talk beer.
A lot of stuff actually. I know in a couple days we're dropping a new IPA. Like, it's a lower, more of a session IPA, lower, like maybe like 5% or such. A brown ale.
Nice.
A couple. We do a lot of seltzers, sours. We do a wide variety of things. I know we're having a dark lager come out soon. That'll be in the next like week or so, I believe. And then we just finished up a collaboration that we had with a brewery out towards DC. Is a brewery called Dynasty Brewing, so that'll be relatively soon as well. Like, we have 12 taps, and we always have rotating beers.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Nice.
Yeah,
where do you?
go ahead, Mike. Sorry.
Where do you fall on stouts?
I love stouts.
Yeah.
It's just we don't do a lot of them.
Sadly. I can't get behind them for some reason.
They're the only thing that I can actually enjoy ever since I lost my taste of COVID. It's the only thing I get anything out of.
So you haven't got your taste back, really?
Nah, and it's been about, let's see, my son's 15 months, so 16 months since I've had my taster scent.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Not enjoyable.
No. Did you lose smell too, or just taste?
Yeah, I can't smell or taste.
Well, the smell could
really
be a plus.
Smell, like,
Man.
So if, like, say my son shits his pants, I don't smell shit, but I smell a change in the air.
Okay.
Same with like weed and stuff like that. I'll be walking by, like, and I won't smell weed, but like I'll notice like a change in the air, like somebody's smoking weed.
Okay.
And normally I'm pretty good when I say it, my wife's like, yeah, I smell it too.
That sucks, man. I didn't realize it. You're the first person I've talked to that actually has had lingering effect of what I lost the taste or whatever. That sucks, man.
Not enjoyable. I was hoping, when I got my vaccine that it would have brought my stuff back, but no.
Damn.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
no.
Yeah.
I'm not a stout guy. I don't like coffee, and every stout always reminds me of like coffee for some reason. So
I hate coffee as well, but I love stouts.
It's interesting, yeah. But Mike, you had some more stuff. I'll let you do this for a little bit because Tony and I, we talked for like 45 minutes before, so we'll circle back to some of my stuff. I'll let you run for this one for a little bit.
All right. Well, you mentioned before the show some trips to Canada. I do want to come back to beer for one more second. Did you happen to try any fabled Canadian beer?
So there is. I didn't try it in Canada, but I was at a brew fest in New York from Bellwoods.
Yeah.
I think they're by Toronto.
Okay.
And I think so. I want to say by Toronto. I'm terrible with geography when it comes to Canada, but Bellwoods is phenomenal. It's probably one of the best breweries I've had in Canada. I'd like to try more in Canada, but when I'm in Ottawa, it's for C4, so I'm in and out because it's a 9-hour drive.
If you ever end up in the Hamilton or Toronto way, though, hit me up. I will point you to a bunch of good breweries in the area here.
I love new breweries. I like whenever I travel, that's my main thing. I like to hit up some places like, oh well, I'm here. Let me have a beer or two because it's what I enjoy doing.
Yeah,
I was gonna say down here it's the same thing. If you ever make it to North Carolina, in my part, Asheville, I think we won Beer City.
Asheville is like the brewing capital of.
I was gonna say we won Beer City USA like 10 years in a row, basically here.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you how many breweries are in the city now. It's
a lot.
Yeah, over 100, I think, basically around it at one point. Yeah, something
before the boom of craft breweries. That was like the mecca. Like that's where everybody went. Like if you wanted to go to breweries, you go to Asheville.
Yep. So that's all one of our little claim to fame down here. So I always like talking to people about beer because I don't drink as much as I used to, but the boom happened pretty much after I tailed off my drinking. I still drink some because I've had a beer with you before, but there's tons. So if you ever come down this way, you can spend all weekend and never even probably touch them all. So
I'd spend all weekend. I'd probably touch like a tenth of them.
Yeah, that's the thing. They do these tours where you're supposed to be able to go and do most of them in a weekend, but I don't think you can do it anymore. Like, even if you can, it's just like grab one beer and out at every one, and you can't really enjoy everything they have. So, so let's get back. Let's talk a little bit more about. So you were touched. You said that you were there, one of the originals. That's left. How does that? I mean, you touched a little bit. I know it's important to you. How does the climb of GCW? You've seen the rise over the last, like, especially like year, 2 years. What does this mean to you to see the company reach this, plateau, this level that they're going in? It really, like, what's next too? Because, like, everything's kind of changing from here. Like, this is the biggest thing that you guys have done yet. So the bar's set from here. It's kind of like, I've compared it to when ECW, made their first push at Barely Legal for the pay-per-view. It's kind of the same feel for excitement and the build and everything. So where do you see GCW going from here? And what's this mean to you just to be part of this, growth and expansion and just movement?
Just the growth alone, like, it's surreal to me because we went from 70, literally, like, when I'm saying 75 people, like, that may be an exaggeration. The first show we did, it was supposed to have Teddy Hart versus Chris Dickinson. Dickinson dropped last minute, started a big beef with everything. And, we were legitimately, like, when we say we're the last Outlaws, like, at the time, we didn't mean that as like a cute little moniker. We were legit the people that CZW didn't want. Like, we all did CZW, and then someone else took over booking, and he didn't want us there. So he booted us out of there. So we ended up doing GCW, and we just said, okay, let's go stick it down their throats. And that was, like, our objective wasn't to like, bury CZW, but, like, we were just going to show DJ, like, what he missed out on, that we had the talent to draw people and connect with these people. It had less to do about moves, and we just connect that fan base. And Howie was something special. We connected with everybody there. We would have tailgates with these people and just have the most amazing experiences. And then we went to Japan, and we sold 2 shows out. Like, we're thousands and thousands of miles away. Nobody knows who we are. Yet I was the first match at Shinjuku, first ring Shinjuku, and they started chanting my name when my music hit.
Oh, that's cool.
I remember G Raver was on Chris Jericho's podcast, and he goes, "That's when I realized we made it." Mm-hmm. He's like, when Tony was out there, and they just started chanting Tony's name, and they had no idea who he was. And then we did a joint show with Big Japan and Freedoms. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't on the show, but I was just there watching, and there's thousands of people. It was the first time Big Japan sold out Corrigan Hall, and I'm sitting there after the GCW match. Every single fan's chanting GCW, and I'm just like, what the hell? Like I was just thinking, it's like, how, like, this is crazy. Like, and now we're getting ready to come into the biggest venue in independent wrestling. Like, in indie wrestling, there's nothing bigger than that. Name a venue bigger. Like, you could say the 2300 Arena. I think that has a lot of history, but it's not the biggest.
It's not bigger. And it's not even for indie, because you've got to look at the companies. It's, WWE, New Japan, Ring of Honor, ECW. Those aren't technically indies that have run that building and sold it out. And you guys sold more tickets than they did in 2 days and some change. It's crazy.
Like, we're with no matches announced, and we're just sitting there like, what the hell? Like, we couldn't even sell any tickets when we would first start. I remember Brett used to give me like $40, and I'd be like, okay, cool. Like, and I had a job at the time, so I didn't care. I was like, this is fun. Like, I was having so much fun. Like, the emotion just running through everything was great. And now it all comes to a culmination on Sunday. That, like, I never thought I was going to wrestle the Hammerstein Ballroom, like, and I'm going to. But then the thing is, like, what's next for GCW? I know what Brett wants to do. I'm not going to tell you because I'm not allowed to, because,
Brett
and if he pulls this off, I'm just like,
that's awesome. I know you guys are going to be at Center Stage in February. Is it March? No, it's March in Atlanta. And that's another, historic wrestling building. And I'll be at that one because that one's closer to my turf. It's just 2.5 hours from my house. I don't even have to drive. I can drive. I don't have to fly. But yeah, I mean, you guys got a lot of big stuff planned. I'm excited to see what Brett has in store because he's been teasing some stuff, and you guys were talking about it the other night on Twitter. I saw a couple of people talk about it. If this is the idea that I think it is, now's the time. So I'm like, oh shit, what's Brett got in store? But
if he manages to pull this off with no hiccups, if you have anything that goes wrong during what he wants to pull, it's not going to work. Like everything has to land perfectly. If it's what I think he's talking about. Because he told me a couple weeks ago when I was at the Atlantic City show. And I was like, damn, dude. I'm like, are you sure about that? He's like, I think we could do it.
That's exciting. Even not knowing what it is, just like everybody's kind of been talking about something. So that's exciting to think about what he's got in store because he always seems to shoot big and you guys always seem to pull it off very well and do things. Yeah. Pull everything you can see, Brett does seems to be, he does it well. Like even during the pandemic, the way you guys, they handled that and everything was better than most people have done. So I look forward to see what he does.
I actually found GCW during the pandemic and like just seeing what I've seen in the last like 14 months, I feel like the end of 22 is gonna like the Hammerstein is gonna be, you know, like the growth even from just what's gonna be happening on Sunday is gonna be like shocking.
Yeah, it's like I said, I've been there since day one and seen the growth, and it's insane. Like everything about it.
Yeah, that's it. I bet from your eyes it is because like Brett did an interview the other day where he was talking about the amount of people that have contacted him about coming in to GCW. He can't even. It's just too many people. You know, all these names from there have been regulars on TV that want to be part of GCW, and he does a good job bringing in people. You know, you've seen like Jeff Jarrett and Scotty Too Hottie and all these guys and how well they do it. Is there anybody that you would love to see bring in that you want to work, would love to work a program with?
Maybe Biff or Danny Burch.
That would be fun.
Because I feel like that, like, it'd be a different style, and like, I am very vocal about this, but all these people that come in like, oh, I want to work at GCW now, they all can bite me. Every single those were the people that were shitting all over us, no matter every chance they got. Now that we're the top dogs, they all want to be a part of it, but they wanted nothing to do with it. Like there are some wrestlers that I know that have begged me to talk to Brett, and the fun fact is they were on GCW shows, they were booked for them, and then they pulled last minute because somebody else told them to do that because they weren't supposed to be on that show. But now you want to be on because we're successful. You don't want to be on because we weren't. Like
that's
like, we just showed you we didn't need you, and we don't need you. Like, and that's the way I look at it with this Hammerstein. We didn't need, no offense to Jeff Jarrett and stuff like that. I'm sure we'll do a couple extra buys, but we didn't need Jeff Jarrett.
No,
we did this on our own.
You did, yeah, and that's what the point of this
Japan would have never happened if it weren't for the blood and sweat that Alex Colon, Jimmy Lloyd, Eric Ryan, G Raver put, because Matt Cardona was never on the shows to go to Japan. Jeff Jarrett was never on those shows. We did it on our own sacrifices. We did that. And we're going to show that we did it when we do the ladder match.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Like what you were saying.
That it's like just the ladder, like you just mentioned, the ladder match. I'm so excited to watch that one. That was a really good announcement yesterday. Speaking of awesome GCW matches, you just actually had one on Saturday with Speedball Mike Bailey as well, which was that was definitely checking off like some dream match fantasy booking for a lot of people. How did that one feel?
I had a lot of fun with that. So originally C4, because I was supposed to be at C4 this Friday, but then they canceled everything. Speedball and I were supposed to wrestle that show originally.
Oh, okay.
And after it was booked, not announced, but I talked to the promoter, Mark. Brett messaged me. He's like, hey, have you ever wrestled Speedball? I was like, no. I was like, but C4 wants me to wrestle Speedball. And Brett's like, can you ask them like graciously if you're able to like push that back? Because like I really want to run that. So I messaged them and they're just like, yeah, like we respect that. Like we greatly appreciate that you even reached out and, you know, were honest with us. I was like, okay. So like, and then at GCW and I had a blast. Mike is phenomenal. And I'm very, very thankful that he is able to come back in the United States because his talent was way too missed. Like he's way too good to just be stuck up there in Canada. There's too many talented people in Canada that are shafted by the way our government rolls.
Yeah, it was good to see him back. That was definitely. I was really excited to. That was the match that we got him back. Was you, especially because I saw you post that tweet when they announced it with the eyeballs, and I was like, oh, that would be really good. And then boom, that's the announcement. I was like, oh, that's fucking great.
I did it purposely just because I knew that was my match, and like,
yeah,
I like to make fun of Blake Christian because he does that a lot, like post the eye emoji. And I'm just like, oh, eye emoji. I like to be an asshole to people like, deliberately.
That's
and
awesome.
they know it because I'm very sarcastic. Shut up. Hey.
He's excited too. He's excited for this weekend as well, man.
He'll be in bed.
That's awesome. You say he's 15 months now? Just over a year?
Yeah, he's going to be 15 months because my daughter's going to be born when he's 15 months old.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, because I think last time I spoke, he had just been born the last time you spoke with us or whatever. So that's awesome, man. How are you adjusting to the fatherhood, the parent life? Now you got another one on the way too. So
I have to really kind of like organize my time. I'm not be able to just like, I can go to the gym whenever I want. Now I'm just like, okay, I gotta go to the gym at this time. If I don't get a chance to go to this gym, I'm not gonna be able to do this. And then there's a lot of variables, but I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Your dad tweets. I have a 10-year-old, so they both pop me, but then I also get like unlocked memories. You're tweeting about him trolling you with like 20-minute naps, and I was like, oh no, I can't. I just it takes me back, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, he doesn't nap much, but that means he goes to sleep very well for me at night. So
true. Just try to get a load of dishes done. You can't even get halfway through those things, and it's like, oh no.
When he started getting mobile, I could barely even shower. Like I was showering like every 2 days because I didn't have time.
Yeah.
And then my wife would get off work and I'd go straight to the gym. Go to the gym, get home, be like, oh shit, it's like 9 o'clock, time to go to bed.
Yeah.
Something non-GCW related, but with Ring of Honor, everything that happened lately, are you looking? I mean, have you talked? Are you going to be back when they come back in April? Is that something you've heard? Are you planning to be back with them, or what's the deal there? Can you talk about that at all, or anything? Because
I'll talk.
I still hold my signed Tony Deppen sign from when I was there at 2300 a couple months ago to watch you.
I don't know what's going on at all. Like nobody keeps me in contact with anything. Like. I imagine since a lot of people are working elsewhere, like you have OGK and TNA or Impact, Brody and AEW, et cetera, that like I should be a front runner of being there, but I don't fucking know at this point. Like, I don't know. There's something else, and I probably rubbed somebody the wrong way at the last minute because I called like I'll gladly say because I don't really give a fuck. We were at a after party, and they're like everybody gets drink coupons, and then they switch to like, oh, you could bring your significant other. Like, okay, so I brought my wife. I asked the guy that signs everybody and does all the big boy stuff. I go, hey, can I get my drink coupons? He's like, yeah, here's 2 of them. I was like, oh, can I get my wife's too? He's like, it's 2 for both you guys, so 1 each. I go, wow, you're fucking cheap. And I just walked away, and that's the first communication I've ever had with him.
Yeah,
I've never talked to him, and I don't care. Somebody's like, why would you say that? I was like, why do I care?
Yeah, I mean, that's I agree with that. That's pretty
call a spade a spade. You know?
Yeah, dude. I mean, call like you see him. That is pretty. Damn, man, it's a pretty weak after party. Like, here's a drink for you and 1 for your wife. It's like, fuck.
Well, my wife can't even drink anyway, so I was gonna take her coupons and drink.
Yeah,
but like. And somebody else was like, oh, I recommended to have it at the hotel because it's been cheaper and blah, blah, blah. But they said no, it was at this freaking hotel. So we had to drive 20 minutes out of our way and whatever. Like, I appreciate the effort. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But when the show ends at 11, you don't get out there till 12, you know.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
Mike, did you have some more questions? I think you did. Didn't you?
Well, yeah, you just mentioned Brody, being in AEW now. I know Dickinson's a little banged up still. Hopefully he's back, down the road pretty soon. Homicide's also no stranger to GCW. He's going to be wrestling on Sunday. We going to maybe see some Violence Unlimited in a GCW ring?
Hard to say. I have been in talks with another place that it could eventually happen, and I just have to wait for them. After the Ring of Honor show, that there's oh, we should get you in here. I was like, I would love to. So and this is a place that both them work as well, so it'll be easy for me to bring that in. That'd be cool if we can. If not, whatever. It was fun. Honestly, that period of time was the most fun I was having in a long time, because it's just being with some people I really enjoy being around, and because sometimes when you're wrestling around some people and you don't particularly care for them. Yeah, and I love Brody, I love Dickinson, I love Homicide. So I had a blast, and I'm hoping it's not the last time we get to work together like that.
It really carried through to the matches too. You guys, you could really see that you guys all actually enjoy being around each other, and the juxtaposition between all your different styles is really that was always cool to see, such different dynamics between every time someone tags in, it's kind of you're getting a little bit, you're getting something different every time. The last tag match at Final Battle was there's that one spot in the middle where you guys were just going through all the classic Ring of Honor finishers, and that was just that
was Homicide's idea, and we're just that's awesome, dude. And so then we did tapings the next day, prior to that we did tapings, and we were doing something, and Brody and I were beating up Russ Taylor, and I went down to grab Russ Taylor, and Brody kicked his leg and kneed me right in the eyeball, while there was a run-in happening. And I'm just yo, can we redo that instead of watching me get kneed in the eye? I think they just cut they cut a little bit away so they don't see, but my eye, within seconds, his whole knee engulfed my eye, and my eye was swollen up like crazy, black and blue. And I was bro, you hurt me the most out of anybody, and you're my partner.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Fuck, man. That's just unfortunate, but
if it would have been my jawline, he would have knocked my teeth out easily.
Oh man, bro! Of all the people to do it to you too, it's Brody King.
Yeah, and he's a big old boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him, I guess, back in November in Minnesota. He was up there it was at one of the AEW after parties or whatever. I just turned around, I saw Brody. I was like, "Whoa, what the shit are you doing here?" He's a huge guy. And I was like, oh, well, I got to ask him, because he had been the most requested person on my Cassie Takes Chops from Pro Wrestler series. And I was like, well, I have to at least ask. And he just laughed at me. He's like, I'll do it. And then we just forgot. We went to the after party, and he was flying out at 5 a.m. So maybe one day. But yeah, I do not want to take a chop from him, but I will do it for the sake of the show. But God,
that's why I was glad I teamed with him.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
I don't want to get hit by him.
Shit. Well, yeah, let's see. We'll wrap it up here soon. We've already taken enough of your time, but this weekend it's a big weekend for you. So let's circle back to Hammerstein, because that's what this is all about. You talked a little bit of Homicide, so it's a big weekend for him. You said you're gonna try to go to the Hall of Fame ceremony on Saturday.
Yeah, I'll most likely be there.
What does it mean to you to see because it was somebody you said you respect and you've partnered with him and he's a member of your friend? What's it like for you to be able to watch him get inducted into the Hall of Fame, and then the next night be competing in the main event for the GCW World Title?
He deserves everything that is given to him, because a lot of people see him as a crazed maniac, but he's legit such a down-to-earth human being. He's always helping people. He's just always giving, and he's a big family guy too. So I have a lot of respect for that. And he just had a daughter not too long after I had my son. So I'm always asking about his kid. He's always asking about mine. He's just a really good person, and you don't find them too often in wrestling, that's for sure. So to see him have a really big weekend is awesome. And it means a lot that I'm going to be able to watch somebody that I consider a friend main event, Hammerstein.
That'd be cool.
And potentially beat John Moxley.
I was going to say, and then he could potentially beat John Moxley, and then once you grab that brass ring, boom, then you can challenge him for his belt, and then
roll him up right away.
Roll him up, yeah.
I believe it. Yeah, it is any place, any time is the stipulation on that, is it not? What if it does go your way Sunday, what's you have any plans for that ring?
Gilbert.
That's the match you call. Well, there we go. See, that's what I was asking earlier. Who you gonna bring in? You want Gilbert? There we go. Call it out now.
Cool. So don't need to ask. I can scratch off the ask Tony his dream match question. It's Gilbert's.
Well, Dean Malenko doesn't wrestle anymore, so that's why.
Sure.
When first time, like I met Gilbert years ago at a show, and he walked up to me and goes, "Hi, I'm Dwayne." Oh, sorry, no, I mean I'm Gilbert. I'm thinking, motherfucker, I know who you are. Like, you don't need to tell me your real name. I know who you are. Like, I was super stoked. I'm a big fan.
That's awesome. I saw him at WrestleCade. I think he was at WrestleCade. It's been in somewhere in the last 6 months. I saw him in it. If I assume so, it was probably WrestleCade. And
he was supposed to retire, but he didn't.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thankfully.
Well, we'll put that out there. You know how Brett is. Maybe we can manifest it into being in existence without you having to use your brass ring shot to get that match to happen. But man, tell everybody where they can find you on social media. Push all your stuff so everybody knows how to get a hold of your merch and all that good stuff. Let's plug you right now to close it out.
I have the old Twitter, which is Tony_Deppen. I have Instagram, which is InstaDeppen. And then I have a Big Cartel store, which is all over my social media on where you can get. I don't know what it's really called. My friend takes care of all that because he prints all my stuff up for me.
Yeah.
And he ships that. Cause I don't work with pro wrestling tees, and I won't. So
yeah.
Like I do Big Cartel to my friend. He does everything, and I like to get my friend some business as well because he runs Deathmatch Worldwide, which is it just focuses on deathmatch stuff. And he's just really close to me, and he's like, "Did you ever find a new one?" Because he had to shut down his old site, which I was part of it because his deathmatch stuff got so big. He's like, "I feel bad." He's like, "Do you want me to start your Big Cartel? I'll pay for it too." I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" So go my Big Cartel. You're gonna support a really good person and myself. So he pays me more than Pro Wrestling Tees ever paid me.
Yeah.
So
support local businesses.
Definitely. Yeah. Well, man, we really appreciate you doing this for us. Mike, tell everybody where they can find you, and you'll be doing the post show this weekend because I won't be able to do it. I'll be in person. I'll be yelling for you, brother Tony. You'll see me this weekend all over the place like usual. I'll make sure we get up, but you'll see me in the crowd. I'll be screaming for you, hoping you cheer it on. But Mike will be holding down the fort with me for everybody on the pre-show with me out of the place. So, Mike, tell everybody what you got going on. We'll wrap it up here tonight.
Yeah, on Twitter, Mr. Purple TV. Take the TV off, and you find me at Twitch at the same thing. I do TV results for bodyslam.net, GCW post shows on Body Slam's Twitch and YouTube. So I will be talking about GCW, the Wrld On GCW at the Hammerstein this Sunday. I can't wait to talk about all the things I'm going to love about this show. And I can't wait to hear 2,000 plus people singing "We Built This City." Mm-hmm. And I'm going to call every single one of you out if you don't on the post show.
I'll be there screaming, brother. If I can't get it started, nobody can.
Listen, they do it in Atlantic City, so there's not a doubt in my mind that 2,500 people should be.
They better. You already told them. You already told everybody, hey, you scream this and sing this, or whatever. They got a lot of.
I wanted to be like when Sandman did the entrance at One Night Only or whatever, where just like they had to edit it out because it's just the way the fans are.
That's awesome. Well, man, we really appreciate you doing this. You guys can follow all of our stuff at bodyslam.net. We have news, results, editorials. We got podcasts dropping daily. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you haven't yet, give this video a thumbs up. You can follow me on Twitter at Casshole, CASSHOOOLE. And guys, we got more of these coming this week. Stay tuned. And we really appreciate you doing this, Tony. Thanks again, man.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.